Very good day, everyone. So today I'll be guiding you on creating a dashboard thanks to Power Query and Pivot Table. As you can see over here, in this particular table, we have data by city, by football club, by the operating expenses, and also from their respective years. So what we're going to do is we are going to create an interesting dashboard from this data over here. So what we can do is, first step is we highlight this table. Okay, we go to data. All right, you go to data and you go to get and transform data. So what you do is you go to get and transform data, you click on the table over here. So once you click the table over here, all right, a window will pop out asking you where is the data for your table. So what you do is you click OK. So once you click OK, and then you just put yes. So over here, and then you will be navigated to a Power Query editor. As you can see over here, this is the sample of a Power Query editor. So the next step is what you can do is you notice that your data is similar to the table shown in Excel. But what we're going to do is we're going to make all this column 2014 until 2021 into a row section. So what we're going to do is we click this and we press shift button and we click this. So now all your financial years are highlighted. You go to transform and you go to unpivot column. So once you unpivot column, you will notice that all your data, which was previously by column, is now arranged by rows. So next step is you go to home and you close and load. So it will be navigated to a different sheet. As you can see over here, this is the different tab. Okay, so I'm going to name this as updated raw data or amended raw data. It's up to you. The next one is you can actually create a pivot table. So what you can do is you go to insert, you create a pivot table. All right, so you create a pivot table, you'll be navigated to a new tab. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove this and I'm going to put this of maybe football clubs on the rows, and then I put the OPEX on the filter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the attributes on the filter as well. All right, and now the values over here. So now you have data for the entire operating expenses. So I'm going to send this data over here. I'm going to put this as format sales, accounting, 0 and none. So this is how it goes. All right, so next step is I'm going to create a dashboard. But meantime, I'm going to name this as pivot data, pivot table data. All right, so next I'm going to create a dashboard. So the dashboard name, I'm going to put it over here. Okay, merchant center. All right, so I'm going to put this as maybe dark blue and black as well. Okay, so the next step is we're going to name this. Okay, so we're going to create analyze, insert slicer, we're going to include OPEX and also the attribute. All right, so this one is attribute, so I don't want the name to be attribute. Instead, I'm going to name this as year. Okay, so we have OPEX and the years. I'm going to copy this and cut, and then I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, so we have the OPEX and we have the year. So OPEX and the year. So this one I'm going to put options and maybe as dark blue, and this one I'm going to put it as light blue. So all over here. So the next step what I'm going to do is I'm just going to name this as perhaps, okay, I'm going to create this as a graph, analyze, pivot chart, and then you have a column. So I'm going to create this column. So this will be your column. I'm just going to remove this legend, grid lines, data label, and then right click, hide all field, remove the grid lines, remove the legends. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so now this data over here, I'm just going to enlarge it. So now if just say we have this data over here, so what I'm going to put the title is, the title will be over here, and maybe I'm going to name this as expenses, put over here, copy this, paste it over here as values, and then if I put here if OPEX is equals to all, then I put as overall expenses. Or if it's false, I'm going to put this as the data over here, and I'm going to close bracket. Okay, so if just say I click this, just say I want marketing, so it will appear as marketing. But if you say I untick this, it will be overall expenses. So the data will be expenses for data over here. So I'm going to put this there you go, overall expenses. So if I click 2014, it will be 2014. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here equal pivot table, and there you go. So this data is quite small, so I'm going to make it bigger, and I'm going to get this is how it looks, a bit bigger. All right, and the same thing over here. There you go. So I'm going to put this as black color. Yeah. So now if I click, just say operating expenses, you have the data by other operating expenses. So if I click player transfer, you have the data by player transfer. If I have salary wages, you have data by salary wages. So basically, this is how you can create a dashboard at your own preference. So we have data for 2016, 2019, and 2021.